Hello, Dihessa here. Welcome to another energy meditation for allowing clients into your space, into your realm. This is for you if you are a coach, a healer, or an entrepreneur who has the heart to share your spirituality, your spiritual growth with others for the sake of your own growth and for the sake of others around you. I love the topic that we're tackling today because I myself have had a certain evolution in that space, and it's all about separating your receiving channels from your giving channels. And I feel like marketing, in a sense, has kind of screwed us up a little bit in that space. What I mean by that is that a lot of the times, at least for me at the beginning, when I started studying marketing, right, it was all about, okay, you do this, like you do a masterclass, and at the end of the masterclass, you expect people to buy from that masterclass, which is all good, except for me, at some point, my brain started doing this computation in a way that didn't serve me at all, in the way that didn't serve even the growth of my business at all, right? It started looking like this. I'm going to do this event, I'm going to do this masterclass, I'm going to create this video for the sole purpose of, out of that video, out of that masterclass, out of that challenge, out of whatever, for the sole purpose of receiving clients, right? I know it doesn't make sense coming from an entrepreneur, but hang with me here, stay with me here, right? But like what I started realizing, right, what I started noticing, and then it showed up in actually several areas, right, several ways, and I'll explain, bear with me here, right? The other way it started showing up, for example, as well, was when I will be giving, right? I'll be giving in a masterclass, I'll be sharing my heart, I'll be doing all these things, and then some people in my audience will start having incredible results, right? And instead of celebrating them, I became bitter. A part of me became a little bit resentful. Why? Because I was like, I gave, you got all these results, and then you didn't buy, right? That muddies up the energy so much, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying that none of that happens to me anymore, that I'm like all over it, right? But the reason why I'm creating this video is number one, to share that the more I let go of that, the more expansive my business has become, the more flow of clients has started happening, like really truly has started happening in my business, and also the more enjoyable it has become, right? And I'm going to share with you what's changed, right? What changed and what I replaced it with, as opposed to it's like when somebody is celebrating in my space, I'm like, well, you're celebrating, but you didn't buy, but you got all of that, but you didn't buy. And it's the way that we're screwing ourselves up, right? The fact of the matter is, when I was always in the space of I'm showing up on this masterclass, I'm doing this video, I'm doing this XYZ, and whenever I can trip myself back into that space, what ends up happening is even the giving feels a little bit muddy, right? And oftentimes, interestingly enough, I don't actually get results from being in that state of mind, right? Rather than that, what I started understanding is that really there's I look at it from like there's a channel for giving, and then there's a channel for receiving, right? I get to give because it is fun for me to give, because it's exciting for me to give, because it circulates my energy to give, because it allows me to experience the magic of my work, because, right? I get to give because I choose to. I get to, literally, right? And I get to give knowing that everything I do adds up. Everything I do is adding up for me to get the results that I am asking for, and I get to receive simply because it is my birthright to receive, right? And I can give literally. And what I started noticing is that sometimes I'll give here and I'll receive from another side, without really expecting, right? I started looking at giving as just a way of circulating energy, and receiving simply being a part of, okay, I'm going to receive what I focus on receiving, what I could focus on my mind on creating, right? I hope this makes sense. So that has helped me a ton to be able to do that. Again, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying here that I am 100% like a complete in this realm, but I feel like it's really like our human evolution to, you know, like sometimes when we have frustrations and sometimes when we are doubting ourselves and stuff like that, that these things might, you know, like a flare up, and sometimes it does still flare up for me, but I don't let that stop me. I literally just go back to, oh yeah, you know, and trust, right? And so again, separating the channels of giving from our channels of receiving. This has been so powerful for me, and it's allowed me to actually, again, like just have more fun when I'm giving, and be even more in the open. What I know is this works across board, regardless of how much you charge for your services. Right now, most of my services, most of my programs are multi-4 figure to 5 figures to multi-5 figures. It works at that level, and even when my prices were much lower, it worked. I understood this even then. Like when I started understanding this, even then it worked. Even when my prices were less than that, this works regardless of what you know the nationality of your clients are. It doesn't even matter, right? So my clients right now, they are really across the world. Like I currently have clients from Australia, which blows my mind because the time difference, like, despite that, and I had a conversation, like I'm getting excited because I have a conversation with one of my clients from Australia this week, despite the fact that I actually don't see her a ton live on our calls, simply because of the time difference. She is killing it. She's killing it just by watching the replay. And again, it doesn't matter the nationality. I have clients across the US right now. I have clients from Africa, where I'm from. I have clients from Europe, obviously. And right now I even have a client from Saudi Arabia, of all places. It works, right? It also works regardless of what your clients' backgrounds are. Like in my space right now, I have clients who are like literally like energy is the realm, right? Energy has always been the realm, and they have the heart to share. By the way, can I say how flattering it is to me, how like I feel like it's the best compliment when an energy master, somebody who has mastered all these modalities, just enters my space. It's like, it's the best compliment ever, right? And in the same token, I have, like, this week I've actually gotten a chance to have like one-on-one conversations with several of the new humans who have recently entered programs in my space. Like literally, like, my mind is so blown, right? How really like the kind of like the spectrum. Like how the spectrum is. Again, like I have people who are like energy masters in their own right, and then I have like one who's like it's kind of like a paradox, really. It's like attorney who's really interested in the energy realm, and then I have like a PhD, like a college professor. It's like, what in the world? Like, it's beautiful for me to experience that in all. It's kind of like a huge spectrum, right? And again, it works, right? Every single one of these clients, whether they are new in my space or like they've been in my space for a while. In my space, I literally currently have clients right now who have been in my space maybe for 6 months, maybe for a year. I have one client who's been in my space for like 5 years now. Like, how insane, right? How insane. And the number one reason, every single one of them, like if you ask them, the number one reason that like they stay for different reasons, but the number one reason that actually even inspired them to step into my space was because they experienced something through one of my things that I shared, right? Through one of my maybe master classes, through one of my challenges, or through one of my videos, right? But at the same time, like less and less and less, there was like, oh, you're doing this, and so, right? And then in the same token, I have hundreds of people who have experienced my work, who really celebrate the wins. Some they tell me, some I'll probably never know about, right? But now less and less, I'm into the space of, oh, you did all that and you didn't pay me, right? And so the more I step into, oh, I give because I want to give, and I actually celebrate, right? The other thing I started doing is that whether somebody pays me or not, if they're celebrating a win, if they're celebrating a change, if they're celebrating a transformation, that's a big win for all of us. Why? Because it is proof that my work works, right? Like, can you, like if you've ever stepped into the space where you feel like, like I'm giving, nobody's giving back to me, right? It really, feeling that way in my experience really like shuts down the flow of for client, right? It's almost like I'm doing this work to give this transformation, but I'm not happy that they're getting that transformation. Rather than that, can I celebrate that regardless of whether I get paid or not, right? Like the reason why you started your work, it's working, and really celebrate the fact that these humans around you are, getting transformed, right? Like even when I'm talking about, like, there's something really, it's like it's very expensive when we can get into that space, right? So that's what we're going to really tap on or do our energy practice on today. Is simply, right, to get into the space of separating our channels of giving from our channels of receiving. We give because we want to give. We give because we choose to give. We give because every time we do, every time we give, every time we share our energy, every time we do that, it's all adding up. Energies are gathering, and the more we gather energy towards that, the more we create what it is that we're asking for, right? Again, without like really, like even that, it can sound confusing. It's like I'm giving, I'm adding energy, I'm building up energy, I'm circulating energy, but it's not because I have given to this person that this person has to be the one buying from me, right? Rather than that, I trust in the flow of receiving, because the universe or my brain already knows what it is that I'm calling, and what it is that I'm wanting to receive, and so it can take care of that, right? Giving channel, receiving channel. I give because I want to, because I choose to, because it's exciting to me, because again I choose to, and then I receive because it's my birthright, because I get to ask and I get to receive, right? So with that said, what we're going to do is we're going to start with tapping our lower abdomen as usual. And if this is the first time that you're seeing a video of mine and wondering why are we doing the tapping of the lower abdomen, like in a nutshell, like in like lower abdomen, inside of your lower abdomen or in that area, you have an acupressure point, and also not only just an acupressure point, we also have your second chakra, that is connected. When you activate that that point, it activates your brainstem part of your brain, which is the space where you can feel the true essence of who you are when it is activated, right? And so when we make a fist and do this, you make a fist and then tap your lower abdomen and move your head side to side. As you do that, you can actually start feeling your mind quieting down. As you continue to do this, right? Relax your shoulders, relax your mind, relax your brain. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Frustration leaves my body. Celebration fills me up. Frustration leaves my body. Celebration fills me up. Frustration leaves my body. Celebration fills me up. I no longer confuse someone's results with my worth. Every breakthrough in my audience is proof that my energy works. The more results flow through others, the more results flow to me. I let go of the belief that when someone receives from me, I am being taken from. I see that nothing is ever lost when I give. Energy multiplies as it flows. Every time someone benefits from my work, I gain proof of my impact. Now tap your belly button. I no longer measure my value by transactions alone. My value is infinite. I trust that the more I give, the more comes back to me in aligned and abundant ways. What flows out through me always finds its way back multiplied. I'm not being taken from. I'm overflowing, expansive, and magnetic. I am a channel of transformation, and channels never run dry. I let go of the belief that when others receive, I am being taken from. My giving does not diminish me, it expands me. I'm never depleted. I'm resourced and replenished as I give. Now tap your solar plexus. My giving channel flows freely. It is pure service, pure contribution. My receiving channel is open. I welcome clients, wealth, and opportunities. Giving and receiving are not tied to each other. Both flow in their own abundant ways. I can give freely without expectation, and I can receive abundantly without guilt. When I give, it is from overflow. When I receive, it is from openness. Now tap your chest. The more I allow giving to be pure, the more I allow receiving to be full. I trust both channels. They each bring expansion. Every result in my audience, paid or unpaid, is celebration energy. Celebration keeps my giving channel flowing. Tap all over your body, your arms, all over. Celebration keeps my giving channels flowing and my receiving channel wide open. I honor the miracle of giving, and I honor the miracle of receiving. Clients feel openness, my joy, my freedom, and they come. Continue tapping all over your body. And your brain. Inside of your eyes. Relax. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now tap your fingertips. Tap your fingertips. And clap your hands. Now shake your hands. And slowly stop. Bring your hands about 4 inches apart in front of your chest. And feel the space between your hands, between your palms. You may feel tingling sensation, warm sensation, or magnetic sensation. And as you feel this sensation of energy, simply allow your hands to move apart and back without touching. And as you feel the sensation of your energy between your hands, your mind chatter starts to quiet down. Stay in the feeling of this. Stay in the feeling of this. Every time someone benefits from my work, I gain proof of impact. I no longer measure my value by transactions alone. My value is infinite. I trust that the more I give, the more comes back to me in aligned and abundant ways. What flows out through me always finds its way back, multiplied. I'm not being taken from. I'm overflowing, expansive, and magnetic. Now bring your hands facing your chest. Continue to feel energy between your hands and your chest. And move your hands out and in. I let go of the belief that when others receive, I am being taken from. My giving does not diminish me, it expands me. I'm never depleted. I am resourced and replenished as I give. My giving channel flows freely. It is pure service, pure contribution. My receiving channel is open. I welcome clients, money, and opportunities. Now bring your hands down to your knees. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. Continue to feel the energy. Breathe in and breathe out. Now that's it for this video. I am curious to hear what your experience was. Please share with me in the comments and I'll see you again in the next video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye.